Happy Monday? Not sure those two words go together, but sure, happy Monday. Welcome to the Rogues Gallery. I'm Rogan27. You all know this. Hi, Geek Outs. How was your Monday? Mine was long. My commute was extra long because it's move-in on campus, and so I couldn't park in my normal parking lot, which meant that I had to walk. And yeah, so extra traffic, and I have to walk further, which didn't start my day well, and didn't end my day well either. It was kind of rush coming back here to start the stream. But, you know, I'll get through it. I just have to get used to the fact that, oh my gosh, there are billions of people. And it feels like they are all on campus. So, yeah. My stress level today just kind of skyrocketed because there were so many people everywhere. Thankfully, most of them were not in the library today because most people don't go to the library when they're moving in. But they're going to be in the library, and I'm gonna have to be in that building, and it has really bad circulation, or air circulation, and so much stress. So much stress. Sorry to start us off with some stress. But that's what I'm feeling today. Anyway, it's Monday. And Monday means that at the end of our stream, we will raid over to Q Times. Because on Mondays, it's either Clear Skies or Blood of the Void. And tonight is Clear Skies. And if you were with us last week for the raid, then you joined us for what was the first episode in a split party game where they were tracking down the Orion Syndicate. This week, we'll be with the other half of the party back on board the ship. So there are 3 guests this week, which is absolutely amazing. I haven't seen them announced on socials, so I don't know. I mean, they've been announced. But let's see. The cast this week, I think, is Gina DeVivo, Aki, and then there's Josh Millen or Josh McMillan. I don't know his name. I'm not terribly familiar with him. And then there's B. Dave Walters and Rick Budd. So it should be a really good time, as always, with Clear Skies. And of course, Eric is GMing. So it'll be fun, and we'll head over there at the end of the stream. But for the stream here, for the next couple of hours, the plan is to continue with Riven. I don't know how close we are to the end. If you see the title below, it says, I think we're near the end. Because I think we're near the end, but I don't know. So if we do end tonight, we do finish the game tonight, I will spin the wheel. We'll see what comes up, and if it's something that I can easily pull up on stream tonight, we'll hop into it. Otherwise, I'll find something else to do. I have plenty of games. And hopefully the internets cooperate and everything goes well. But, you know, this is my stream, so we can't rely on that. But we'll find out. Anyway, I hope everybody has had a happy Monday, a fun Monday, a good Monday. Hopefully it hasn't been a bad Monday. I think I'm going to attempt to bring up the game, and we'll get going. That should be this button. Huzzah! Success! My energy is apparently a little bit low right now. I apologize for that. we can get some hype going. I don't know. I'm here. I'm here. It's Monday night. I'm excited for Clear Skies after my stream. I'm excited for my stream. I've just already worked an entire day, so I'm sorry if my energy is just a little bit low. I'm ready for some puzzles. The last save is titled, What Now? Oh, and we got some noise in there. We thought we had turned everything on. We went to a book. No power. So I think I have to go back and look again. There must be something I have missed. Which is okay. I mean, I don't mind that there's something that I have missed. Not at all. Really. I'm sure that I am passing this deception check with flying colors. We will take the elevator back up one level. And okay. Now we just have to get back to where the beads are. See if I remember exactly how to do that. Yeah, it's one level up from where we are. Don't think it's here. I think it's back here. Oops. Ah! Here we go. No. This is not where I want to be. I don't know where I want to be. Where do I want to be? Is this actually where I wanted to be? Yes, this is actually where I wanted to be. Whatever. We'll get it. I need to turn the turning room so I can go to a different place on the Golden Dome. This should all be familiar from last week. And next... Turning the room, turning the room. Turning the room. Sorry, I ran out of lyrics. My brain decided to put it to the tune of Triangle Man, but not give me lyrics to make it mean anything. Okay. We put all the beads in. We double-checked them against a walkthrough, because we got them wrong initially, and I didn't want to spend forever running all over the place trying to figure out where my mistake was. And my mistake ultimately was that I misidentified 2 of the islands, and so had the colors crossed. And then we pulled this lever down, and there's the light there. Don't see any clicky buttons. Don't appear to be buttons. Well, apparently the light was a button. Hi, Orangitis, how are you? Does that mean we have power now? It did a thing. Does that mean it's on? There's like a weird hummy noise. We're gonna go and check. Watch this be like when we played Myst, and I started up a stream and immediately finished the game, because we didn't know how much was left. I'm doing good, Orangitis. This is the sequel to Myst. And I have not played it before. It came out in, like, I want to say 97-ish. And it's really cool. It's like point and click, still images with video integrated into them. So these are individual video files every time you interact with something, which is absolutely amazing how they did it. We've been playing it for a couple of weeks now. And I think I'm close to the end, as you can see by my stream title below. Alright, does this get me where I want to go? It does. So yeah, every time something is moving, because you'll see as I click, it just moves forward, and they're like individual still paintings. But every time I actually interact with something, I think the buttons probably not. They're probably animated kind of the same way as the cursor. But all of the larger animations are just individual video files that sync perfectly. It's really cool. Oh yeah. Go all the way down. I have to remember how to get there. Alright, here we are, and push the button. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm very impressed with what they did with it. And I was starting college when this game came out, so I never really played it. Oh yeah. I need my notes! I was like, why doesn't the button work? And it's because I haven't put in the combination. Alright, 24. 19. 13. 12. And 7. Vibrant magentas and blues against pitch black backgrounds of NES. Yeah. I mean, the games that I play on Saturday are a bit more nostalgic for me because they're what I played when I was a kid. But they're going back to like the early 80s for when they came out. Anything? Yes! Yes, it worked! We just forgot to push the button because we didn't know it was there. Alright, so I guess we go into this book and see what we find. Once it lets me. I don't have a cursor at the moment. Chrono Cross. Oh, I'm not... I've heard of Chrono Cross. I'm not really familiar with it. Are we inside of a cell? Well, that wasn't as intended. Oh! Do they... They do! They do! They go to all the different islands! Yes! We can finally go to the island we've never been to! I mean, we're stuck in this cage. We can't, like, get out and explore. We can go back to Riven from here. Maybe? No? It's not powered? Uh-oh. Am I stuck? Dear. This one powered? Well, that's unexpected. Wait, What just happened? What did I click on? How did I click on that? It seemed like it was so far away. Is that... What's his face? I've already forgotten the names of all the characters.
I apologize for the cage.
I apologize for the cage. No subtitle.
I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen.
I'm afraid the situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than
I assume you've heard of me.
I otherwise would have chosen. I'm Gen. I
Yes.
assume you've heard of me.
Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now.
Yes, well, I
Not
suspect
that
you've
my
acquired
son
some
would have
false
lied to you
information of
about
who
me.
I am now. My
No,
son
no,
would have
Beatrice, it's just
lied
that-
to you about me.
Well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was.
Or he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was.
I even tried to kill him once.
I even tried to kill him once.
God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become.
God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become.
Tries to murder his own son.
Great father indeed.
Thankfully,
Tries to
he
murder.
trapped me on
Huh?
age 5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions.
Son trapped him at 5
30 years ago.
in a book with no materials.
30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But I have changed.
You for the stretch. He says that he's changed. I wish there were subtitles. There are not.
The past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one.
Sins of the past can never be completely atoned for, but his mission was an honorable one.
All a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another. I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer.
He says he doesn't expect us to believe him, but he has more than mere words to offer.
Atris's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven, and many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years, but according to my most recent measurements, it appears that the Fifth Age has entered its final days.
We already knew
Unless
that.
the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish.
We knew the island was falling apart. Catherine wrote it in her journal.
Time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in... Well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety.
Yeah? Yeah?
In any society,
Not
there will
enough.
always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies. Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence. It seemed inevitable under the circumstances. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably. It seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them.
Yep.
And as far as I can tell, she's come to believe this
You
herself.
were a god.
So I've had no alternative.
And now they think she is.
I had to separate her from her people. I must admit, though, that my concerns were not entirely for her safety alone. The actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently, the lives of all the people here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. Although I'm sure Atris desires it. Indeed. He must desire it with all his heart.
Yeah, you're missing some
He is
information.
completely unaware of her recent state.
We're stuck here until we free her. So, you're asking me not to free her doesn't mean much
Which
to me.
brings me to the point of all of this. The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may. Thank you.
Hannah, this is Gen. You're not supposed to like him. He's the big bad. Also, hi, Hannah. I was trying to summarize or respeak the lines because they didn't put captions in this game. But I couldn't keep up. Basically, he's a baddie, but he's trying to convince us he's a goodie. And he says the people got really violent when Catherine got back. A lot more violent than they were before. The world is falling apart, and is gonna completely collapse soon. And we need to get everybody to safety. Which we already knew from reading Catherine's journal. He asked us not to try and free her.
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
But what if I don't want to?
You may need some time to decide. That is reasonable.
Interesting.
Until then,
I had the
as a
chance.
token of my good intentions, I will allow you free access to my linking books, cruel though they may be, and to the rest of the Fifth Age.
Okay, so these books are now powered, and he has...
Understand, there is nothing I want more than a chance to resolve matters between Beatrice and myself, especially in light of what has become of Catherine. But unless you are willing to demonstrate to me that your intentions are honorable, I cannot risk it. The sanctuary I've been writing for the islanders is nearly complete. After all these years, it would be a shame if I were unable to finish it.
If you wrote it, it's just gonna fall apart anyway, because you don't know how to write properly. That's why the age they're in is falling apart.
It's quite demanding. Please don't signal me unless you've decided to use the book. The switch will reset itself once you link from here.
Alright, so apparently this place is just... We're in a cage, and there's a button we can use to call him. But, now that we've spoken to him once, these books should be active now, I think. And there's one island we've never been to. This really feels like there should be, like, music with it, but there's not. It's literally just a video. Wow, that was fast transition. Alright. New territory. We've never been here. This... Oh my god! Remember what Catherine said, that the island... It had drifted out beyond where she could see this one, but it was the giant tree that they used to have. He's cut off the giant tree and put a building on top. Look at how big this tree was. And he chopped it down. Oh yeah, the ocean is really nice, and just the way that they put together all of the animations in this, it's really well done. I gush about it every time we play. Because they really did a good job. Alright. I'm not going to miss buttons. I missed a button last week, too. That's how we ended. I'm going to look for all the buttons. So far, I have not seen any. Oh, dear. I'm guessing those switches pick which floor it's gonna go to, but I don't know. Also, this guy is super evil. He destroyed this gigantic tree. Is this Catherine?
But how'd you get past Ken?
It is Catherine.
He must really believe I've gone mad. I know what he's doing. He's watching you. He's waiting for you to make a mistake. He's hoping you'll lead him back to Danny. You can't let Yen... Atris sent you to save me. But if Gen gets back to Danny, he'll kill him. I think I know how to signal Atris, but it's going to take both of us. You'll have to trap Gen before you can get the combination. Be careful. Go then. If you won't help me, then I have nothing more to say.
Okay. She has an idea about how we can contact Atris. But it will take both of us. But first I have to trap Gen. Absolutely no clue how to do that. And especially don't know how to do it if I'm always going to be inside of a cage. Alright. I am curious. We definitely know sound puzzles are a thing in this game. But what would we call these tones? Hollow tap. That's triple tap. And a ding. Oh, I get it. I need to put in a combination of these three and then pull this and something will happen. I don't know what that thing will be. And I don't know what the combination is. But I'm guessing it's not as simple as a 3-button combination, or it would be super easy to just guess it and not have to go look for the clues. Okay. Sound puzzles. Well, great. I can get here, and it's just a puzzle that I don't know how to solve. What else did I expect? Okay. Someday I'm just gonna have this memorized. See, I barely even had to look at the numbers that time. Hannah, how was your day? I didn't ask because I was paying attention to the video on the screen, but I hope you had a good Monday. I saw something in the Discord that makes me think it wasn't the best Monday, but I don't remember what it was, so I saw it as I was leaving work and like skimmed it and haven't had a chance to go back and like fully read it. Yes, I see. Wow, I'm not gonna like that. I hope I don't have to come back through here too often. My book is right there. Now I'm just clicking everywhere to see if anything else in here will respond. Your day was good. Work you had to do today didn't take as long as... That's good. I don't want to push that button because I don't want Gen to come back. Yes. Random dudes on Facebook sending you friend messages. That's like the bots that are showing up here following all the time. Same energy. Alright. So this is the one... I seriously have zero clue what to do next. I have to figure out how to trap Gen. Oh. Randos on Insta as well. They're easy to block or delete. I honestly haven't been on Facebook in a long while. I mean, I brought it up recently because I was trying to contact somebody who was on Messenger. Oh, Be Right UK, thank you for the resub! 8 months! Be right back again. Oh, jeez, that is a speaker tag. Thank you so much, Be Right UK, and Lord Portico! 8 months as well! Thank you both so much for resubscribing. It is wonderful to have both of you here, and you have been here since the beginning? I think since the beginning. You're close to attracting a train, though, so we should probably stop. And yeah, Geek Out's the Book of Faces is a treacherous place. But there was a friend I needed to reach out to who I'm only connected to on there, so I kind of had to. Oh, ads in the newsfeed. I haven't looked at the newsfeed on Facebook in 2.5 years? That seems about right. I do look at Twitter, but I haven't looked at the newsfeed on Facebook in like 2.5 years at least. I don't know where I'm going. Thoughts? Turn around. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit... Philip has been watching like 80s videos while making dinner, and that song keeps coming on, and so it gets in my head really easily now. Aren't as many ads on Facebook when you're on mobile compared to desktop. That is interesting. I get really weird ads on Twitter, but I think it's because for a long period of time, I literally blocked everything that was marked as a promoted tweet. And so a lot of the ads that I was getting, I don't get, and now I just get random weird ads instead. You only reach out to people you have connect. Yeah, only for people that you're only connected to on there. Yeah, I reached out fairly recently to one of the players in the very first D&D game that I ever played in. Well, except it wasn't D&D, it was Rifts. But the very first tabletop role-playing game that I ever played in. Because with the Blizzard Activision strike thing that was going on, I couldn't remember which video game company she had worked for. And so I reached out to find out. There's a book. I feel like there was something of if I could power this up. I don't know how I would do it. Because I can't even take it with me. Yeah, it's one that he made, but it didn't like work. And so he tried to burn it to destroy it, but he didn't destroy it. The only other book I know of. I don't know what else I would give him to try and trap him inside. Also, hi, Simsilica. I keep just responding to people's messages and forgetting to say hello. Let's see what her message in here said. I write quickly from my prison. Mila will return your book, which the moiety intercepted upon your arrival, which now Gen has. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Gen will desire to use it, although he may have suspicions. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gen keeps it in his office. Then I assume we're to signal Atris, but I think I know how it might be done. But don't signal him before I'm released. Zork Player 1, thank you for the follow. So this isn't his office. I need to get access to the office. All I have is I can get there and I'm behind bars. I'm walking in circles because I don't know what to do. I still have no idea what the purpose of this machine is. I know it catches a frog. If I pull it up, that frog will get loose. So, no idea. No idea. Hannah, if you want to give me a nudge in the right direction, that'd be awesome. I have no idea. I literally thought that we were basically done, and then we got there and we're trapped behind bars, and I don't know what to do. So, yeah, if you've got a hint that you can give me to get me moving again. I know it's a sound puzzle. To free Catherine. I have to go back to the bad guy. Okay. That I can do. Actually, fastest way to do that is where I just was. Her note says that the combination to free her is in his office, which is where we're behind bars, and I was just assuming we wouldn't be able to actually... But it is possible we could get the combination from in there. 13, 12, 7. I didn't even look at my notes that time. I have done that combination too many times at this point. I know it better than I know my old high school locker combination. Because I'm over 40. I don't remember my old high school locker combination. Alright. See, they could make this whole sequence here shorter on subsequent views. I don't need to circle the entire age every time. That said, I don't think that they will, since this game is more than 20 years old. Do you remember those stress nightmares where in your dream you couldn't remember locker combination? Yes. Yes, I do. But I probably need to. I mean, he probably was. She's probably right. He probably was watching me. Let's see what he has to say for himself now. Haha, you may think I'm in a cage, but you come whenever I push the button. So, who's in charge, really?
I'm relieved you've returned. I thought perhaps you had decided against it. Here, I shall follow you directly. Please. You're free to go. But
I figured.
I think you should not come back unless you're willing to use the book.
I just wanted to see what would happen if I didn't. Oh, but I'm not going to be able to call him again until I leave, so we're going to have to watch that long video again. It was worth it. Yeah, the button doesn't reset until I go back through. The whole videos in books thing. Back then, it was not real. But this is basically, aside from opening and looking like a book, this is basically just a tablet. A tablet that you can enter. So not just a tablet. Alright. Now we go back. I push the button again. I mean, somebody opening a book for me and showing me a place and telling me, touch this and go there? I don't know what that place is! Lord Portico, take a look. It's in a book. I can go anywhere. Riven, trolls have always ruined the internet. Like, this game is also literally just like the Reading Rainbow theme song in a game. I can go anywhere. Take a look, it's in a book. Something nostalgic about the live action. Yeah, I mean, it's actual, like, live action video that they've interlaced with still frames. Trolls have always ruined the World Wide Web.
The only path.
The web of worlds. the web, what? Yeah, World Wide Web works, but yeah, super cutting edge for the time. This was roughly the same time as Ultima 8. I think. When was that? I think they're both around the same time. Late 90s. See, I don't like it when I get inside of a book and then I'm stuck there and somebody closes. Oh, what? Is he in the book? Where's the book? He said he would follow me directly. Where did the book go? That book's not powered, and that one was already there. What happened to the book I was just in? Now I'm looking for things that will make noise so that I can find out the combination. Always great when you're stirring your wine glasses with chicken bones. Always a sign that you're perfectly mentally stable. Although, I mean, chicken bone itself... Well, no, chicken bones are really brittle and they'll break, and you don't want to stir things with that. I guess it's as delicate as a spoon, though. A button by the window that opens the cage. Oh, I just depowered all the books. Oh yeah, I know the combinations in this room. I got the, I got that clue. I just haven't found it yet. Not sure I want to go down there yet. I was looking around to see if I could figure out where Gen went. Because I was in the book and then he touched it and then suddenly I wasn't in the book anymore. So where did the book go? Oh! I have the book! But that's just the book back to Myst. Or not back to Myst, back to Riven. I'm very confused about what happened and how I got here. Every time you install the game, the combination is different? I know I'm clicking on things I've already clicked on before. Yeah, we played Loom on stream. And it had elements of that where it had some randomization to it. You'd go down the... That plays music. Down here.
Tagamem, san botegan shem. Fasi.
Okay. Just gonna see if it plays the same or it's the same. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope.
Tagamem, san botegan shem. Fasi.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. It has that kind of energy. Well, maybe not that energy, but... To Gen... My husband and my solution. Can't make it out. Something... I dedicate myself to the love that rescued me. To Gen, my husband and my solution, I dedicate myself to the love that rescued me. He's super creepy looking, though. So apparently maybe that's Atris's mom? Okay, it's ticking now. Oh, you're right. Probably salvation. Yeah, it's just the hollow tap 5 times. Which isn't hard. Ooh, book! We have a book that has writing in it instead of, like, that we can enter. I get to read more. 86.9.29. I start this latest journal with astounding news. Also, this book is much older than some of the others. You can see how the pages have yellowed. That is a nice detail. Catherine has returned to the 5th Age. Though it sets my teeth on edge to say it, she has also vanished as quickly as she appeared, stolen from me by the rebels. As my guard tells it, she linked into the Fisher Plateau cage, as I'd guessed, when suddenly he was set upon by a band of rebels who darted him and spirited her away. I suspect the truth of the matter was that he was so dumbfounded at actually witnessing someone link in after all this time that he presented an easy target for whichever rebel had happened by at that moment. Damnable luck of it. He did get a good enough look at her, though, to verify that it was indeed Catherine. He also claims that he inspected all of her belongings and found no linking book on her person. Fact which, if true, makes the question of why she's returned here at all the more puzzling. While I am sick with frustration at having lost the only quarry that Cage has ever caught, I am also filled with hope that she may yet provide me with a way back to Denis. It is true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the 5th Age and resume my mission to save my culture from extinction. But I fear that unless I am able to regain access to the vast resources that lie in the city's ruins, the task of reconstructing that great civilization will be impossible. If Catherine did bring a linking book with her, then I'm halfway there. If not, then she is trapped in the 5th Age, and I can assume that my emotionally crippled son will soon be along to rescue her. Either way, it is crucial to my plans that I find her soon. Her presence here now forces me to take the rebels more seriously. I should never have permitted them to survive this long. 86.10.5. Once again, the Great Wark has demonstrated its usefulness to me. This past week, the villagers have been most difficult to manage. Apparently, they have learned of Catherine's arrival, and their fear of this mythic beast has been all that has kept them in line. Had I known how truly useful these prodigious creatures would prove to be, I would have perhaps captured more of them while the local population was still plentiful. Although, to be sure, if these disturbances continue, my current pets will be in no danger of perishing for lack of nourishment. 86.10.13. The search for Catherine continues. I now deeply regret my mistake of having ever taught these primitive people anything at all about the books. It seems that with each passing day I more sorely realize the extent to which they were not ready for that knowledge. Not even in the simplified manner in which I had presented it to them. Their minds, adapted only to the exceptionally menial tasks of village life, were incapable of comprehending the art in all its complexity, and thus were unable to extract the essential underlying principles that are ironically so elegantly simple. It is obvious that much of the discord that exists between us stems from their failure to grasp the full meaning of the information I give them. If they'd been able to gain even the smallest glimpse of the future I'd planned for them, then this conflict would not exist. The minds of children are much more malleable. With the proper instruction, they have developed a more appropriate posture toward the culture that gave them their lives. At times, they take to it almost as if they had a bit of Denis blood in them. Given the natives' inborn limitations, however, I am quite careful that none gain a level of understanding that would permit them to sin against their future the way that Catherine did. How foolish I was to think that she could contain such knowledge responsibly, when it was quite clear that my own son could not. Atris. Still, he remains one of the greatest disappointments of my life. I should never have left him with my mother. By the time I'd returned for him, he had already been poisoned as to all thoughts of the Denis. Perhaps it was the only way that she could rationalize the fact that she had been responsible for the collapse of their civilization. So much destruction, so many great lives lost. The guilt must have been unbearable. I do have vague recollections of the love she had for my father and for our world, but ultimately she was an outsider whose ignorance of the Denis became the catalyst for their demise. If I am able to rebuild our culture and in the process correct such crucial weaknesses, then perhaps what she did was ultimately necessary in order that a new era of prosperity might someday come to pass. 87.1.4 These last few weeks I have found myself frequently beset by images from the past. As I stood in the schoolroom today, I was reminded of my own childhood, the years I spent in the Bookmakers Guild, Father's immense pride at each of my small accomplishments there. He was an important man in the Denis world, but I can't bear to think of him for too long. It's too much. I was too young to see such a thing. 87.2.8 I've got her! Late last night I received word that Catherine was in the village attempting to persuade the people to join her. I lost 2 good men in the process, but I would have paid 100 times that number for such a prize. She's been taken to the prison island, where I've been attempting to gain some insight as to the reason for her presence here. I've had to fight the all but constant impulse to put her on the gallows. She has adopted the most infuriating stance of only answering my questions, when she answers them at all, in her native tongue. Even so, she is a poor liar. I am now quite certain that her return to Riven was unintentional, and that she brought no linking book with her. As far as her unwillingness to share with me the location of the moiety, we shall see. Without their leader, however, they are once again powerless against me. Catherine's coming here was indeed an accident, then Atris is bound to come for her. That is a given. The question I must now consider is, how will he do it? It is likely that his hesitation has been due, at least in part, to this dilemma. One way or another, though, he'll have to bring a linking book to get back to Denis. There is no other way. 87.6.20 It's late, and I cannot sleep. I've lost so much in my life. My people, my father, my son, and you, my wife, Ita. You were the only true kindness I have ever known. Watching you flicker there in the images, I sometimes wonder if you were real. To restore your life with my pen, I would do so in an instant. Leave the rest of the world to their wretched fate. 87.7.30 Damn these savages! I would be well advised to leave them all in the 5th age and begin again with a clean sheet of paper. Stranger has arrived on Riven with a linking book to Denis, and once again my useless minion was overtaken by the rebels. From what little I could decipher from his muddled explanation, it apparently occurred sometime this morning. The cage has been damaged, but it is no matter. Everything I need is here now. Atris is certainly behind this. Yet how could he be so foolish as to send someone here with a linking book? Such blatancy is unlike him. Could it be that he has had a change of heart? After all these years, is he finally letting his poor old father go? No, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe. So yeah, he's been watching me. Oh. Thank you for redeeming a hydrate, Hannah. I definitely needed it after all the reading. Alright. The cage is gone. Should I... Apparently I cannot go through the door. Well... Let's go see if we can free Catherine. He doesn't have bad taste in music. Rather haunting. Is that an English horn? Possibly an oboe? I don't know. Could have been an English horn. Definitely sounded like a double-reeded instrument. And to me, it sounded lower pitch, more like an English horn, but not low enough to be a bassoon. I played the oboe in high school, so... yeah, I mean, it could have been an oboe, but it felt a little bit more smooth, a little bit more of like a lower, smoother, fluid tone. The oboe tends to end up playing things, or it's used to play things that are much a little bit in a higher range. So that's why I was thinking English horn. How do you know that Denis is not real? As far as we know, Denis is real. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, Denis is a real place. All of the ages that we're traveling through are written in books, though. And Denis is supposed to be the place that they're all from, where they had the power, like, the technology to be able to write books and make them into entire complete worlds. See if this combination works. Apparently that was the combination. Oh yeah, oboe. Oboe's not spelled like Odo. It is with an E. That is true. Yeah, I played the violin in 5th grade, and then the flute in middle school, and then the oboe in high school. And then I switched to vocals.
We have to move quickly. Gen's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book?
Yeah. Oh, apparently I'm holding the book.
You did it.
What did I do?
We're all free. You captured Gen.
Apparently I captured Gen, and we're free.
Still his followers.
Makes me wonder about
Not sure what I'll do once I realize
the other, like, 4 or 5
We'll
games.
have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. You go back to the Temple Island and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to save Latris. I'll try to make it back there as soon as I can, but don't wait for me. Don't forget, the portal combination's in my journal. Good luck.
Yes, okay, I know how to do that. Does she want an elbow? I'm not sure what you're asking, Zor. Also, may I have a cursor game? I feel like the video is done playing. I would like a cursor. Game is not responding. No! Resume? Ah, good. Yay. Maybe I should save. Oh, gotcha. Catherine is free. Okay, resume. Alright, I need to go back and reopen the fissure, which means I need to stop this dome from spinning. Because we never stopped this one because we could never get to this island before. Alright. The only way we have to travel from this island to the other islands is through Gen's office. 24, 19, 13, 12, 7. I do not like that I know that combination by heart. All it means is that I have entered this dome too many times. Alright, we'll have to watch the lengthy video that shows us the age with Gen's office on it. The one that I really wish they would have shortened just a tad. Zork player, if you indeed do play Zork, that's pretty awesome. I've never actually played Zork. It is on my list of, hey, this is a game I missed. I need to go back and play it. Wait, how am I in a cage again? As long as these books work. Uh-oh. Well, it might be a little harder to do than I thought. Gen's been here, and we're trapped in a cage now. I'm gonna check all 5 books. One of the books is active. Which means you've played this and Zork? Yeah, I know basically nothing about Zork. I know I've been told that it is a game that I should play. It's funny, I've gone back and, like, a lot of the streaming that I've done is old games that I missed. So on Saturdays I'm playing through the old Ultima games. I have these old Myst games in rotation on my oh, the elevator's up. On Mondays, so when I finish a game on Monday, I spin a wheel and it tells me what I'm going to play next on Monday. So I won't necessarily go directly to Myst 3 after this game, but eventually I'll get there. I also missed the entire Mass Effect series, so that's what I'm playing on Sundays. Alright, I have to get back and open the fissure. You played them when they came out. Oh, jeepers. He's really making this difficult for me, isn't he? I would have been old enough to play them when they came out. We didn't have them, so I didn't play them. Actually, that actually made things a lot easier. Okay. So, I opened the fissure. The fissure is open. This is what she wanted me to do. Should I open it again? I left it open. Of course, now I've closed it and I don't remember what the combination was. 22434. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Look around. I've always been able to look at this, but it's never done it. Yeah. I mean, that just goes to... Her instruction was reopen the fissure, which I thought we... I was trying. Just curious. I don't know that there's going to be anything in here, but I don't feel like we ever got satisfaction from this place. Also, I have absolutely no... Oh, I guess that was to listen to a noise at some point? I don't know. The bottom of the fissure thing. Oh. There is no way I ever would have found that myself. So that was a stop. Aha! I should maybe get out of here. And, like, run away? This seems bad. Like, this seems real bad. Okay. Is this Atris?
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book?
I don't know. There was a clue about the stop. I had never thought to look for it before.
The villagers are safely in the rebel age. I thank you.
As do I. You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back my life.
Okay, but
The path home is now clear for all of us.
that's what I wanted to know. You'll get me out of here now? Now that I think that's the first time we ever actually really get to see what it looks like when somebody links.
Perhaps we'll meet again someday. You know where to find me. Goodbye, my friend.
You're linking while holding the book over the fissure. How am I supposed to get out? Okay, now I've fallen through the fissure. This doesn't seem like the ending that we were expecting. You almost saw the actor that played Atris?
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings are within the fissure. That riven cleft of stars that acts as both a wall and a bridge. And though I am unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my Myst book into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend. The age of Riven is closed forever, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
He was in Uru Live? Uru is part of the Myst series, right? I'm trying to remember. Honestly, sorry if I'm not understanding. Yes, okay, good. Well, this was a much better ending than the one we had last week. Where we got closed inside of a book, and that was the end of the game. They did a really good job with this game. I really liked how the I really liked what they did with the animation in this game. Even back when this was new, I personally would have played it with a walkthrough, because I get to a point where I'm just frustrated. And if I looked around more, I could probably find it, but it's like, how many times can I click on the same things and still not come up with the right answer? So even back then, I would probably have played with a walkthrough, and referred to it when I got stuck. So that's why I don't mind like getting hints when I'm wasting time. Yeah, we're in the void. Huzzah! We have fallen into space. I have absolutely no idea how Myst 3 starts, so that'll be interesting to find out if we're the same protagonist, or if... Yeah, I'm really curious about that. That'll be interesting. But once the credits finish, it'll be time to spin the wheel. We've got about an hour left. We'll spin the wheel and figure out what we're going to play next on Mondays. And then we'll either start that, Myst 3, The Search for Spock. We'll either start that, or I might hop into Valheim or something for the next hour. It depends. It honestly depends on what the game is. and whether I've even downloaded it. So, no, that's not the title. We were just joking. Well, I'm glad that I finally played Riven. I've played Myst like 5 times, and I had never played anything else, and honestly didn't know there was another game after Riven. So discovering that it's a whole series was nice, and getting to play through the second one. Yes, 3 is Exile. Let's go to chatting. And pull up the wheel here. I have my things backwards. I need the other window. What is Mual? M-O-U-A-L. I don't even know what that is. My brain just shut down for a second. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the spin wheel. Spin wheel, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, Uru Live. There's a live... I will have to look into that. I was not aware that that was even a thing. Okay, see, now I move me so that my stream setup works. What we currently have on the wheel as possibilities for Mondays going forward. We presently have the largest block on here is Carto, because that was the first viewer Masks Redemption to add a game to the wheel, added by Adventures of Tony. So that one is the largest because it was a viewer edition and has not yet been spun. Next, we have Maniac Mansion and Wildermyth. Maniac Mansion, I believe, Philip added, and Wildermyth was added by Kira. And then we've got Wingspan, which was added by Tony. And The Room, which was, I believe, also added by Tony. And then after that, we've got Myst 3, Exile, Space Quest, and Dragon Age Origins. Which are really just there to complete the rainbow. And they were added by me. They're games I'd like to play eventually. But honestly, if it lands on one of those this time, I'm going to override it because we're going to have one of the viewer redemptions this month. So we will spin it. It will still be random. But if it doesn't land on a viewer redemption, we're doing a viewer redemption next. Spin the wheel of morality. Alright, are you all ready? Should I spin the wheel? Can I get a drum roll in chat, please? Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. This is a different thing than what we were attempting to do, Portico. Yay, drums! Alright, I'm gonna spin the wheel. Here goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Apparently we are playing The Room, which was a viewer edition, so it doesn't count for my veto. It was the most recent viewer edition. Okay. That, we can do that. It'll be somewhat similar to Myst in that I have played it before, but will not remember any of the puzzles. let's see. I don't know that I can have it right now. I think it might just be on my wish list. So it's probably going to be next week that we start that. Yeah. Yeah, I do not presently have it downloaded. The moral of the story is don't eat shellfish on Mondays ending in Y. On Mondays ending in Y. Don't eat shellfish on Mondays ending in Y. On months ending in Y. So, alright. If we're playing The Room next, the question is, what should I play for the rest of this stream? And I think I don't know Zork, these names. I do not know what they are. Rand Miller and Robin Miller, I'm not familiar. I'm gonna take a quick break because I need to take a quick bio break. When I come back, we will play something. So enjoy the bops until then. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. That took slightly longer than I anticipated, but I am back. So we have about 45 minutes. And we've got a few things that we could do. There's always Valheim. Hannah, thank you for the face bits. There's always Valheim. We could get... I haven't been in Valheim recently. I could hop on and do like Tribes of Midgard, and although that might take more than 45 minutes, but I could stream a little bit of it if you're all interested in that. So I should just for the moment. That. So those are options. I did see Portico asked about Flirt Effect. It's pretty easy to pull up. I don't know if I want to do that tonight. I kind of am trying to keep those together so that the VODs are all together. So I'd rather not jump into that one. But... I honestly haven't gone into Valheim in a while. Orangitis, enjoy your food, and I'll see you later for Clear Skies. Or we could always chat. No, that's frightening. I could show you this. So... I probably won't... unless you all absolutely adore it, I probably won't play it for very long. Sentinels games also take a long time, Hannah. Otherwise, possibly. But I'm gonna... let me boot this up This was donated to me, or given to me, by Tony. Let me go ahead and update the stream info real quick. And let's hop over and look at this game. Have you all heard of this game? Your Sentinels games never take long because you always lose. Mine, the last one I played took an hour and a half. And it was long fought, and I won. Barely. This game is called Tiny Bird Garden Deluxe. And I know I've talked about how I like birds. This game, not really my jam as far as like actual gameplay so far. But it's full of birds. Oh, my bird mail. All of these birds visited me last time I played this. Spirit gave me 1 heart. Really good feelings about this garden. I have only ever opened this game once. The only ones that take you a long time are the ones you're playing at work and get interrupted by customers. That would make it take longer, that's for sure. Thanks so much for welcoming us, tiny birds! I think this garden would be a great place for a family fun night. This is a great garden. I think I'll bring a friend along with me next time, Lumpy. And they've given me feathers. Ooh! Biscuit, I had my doubts, but this garden really is as good as they say it is. Lexton. I don't really understand this game, but there are lots of cute birds. So let's accept the mail. I know if I put out some seed, birds will come. I have places for them to play. Let's check out the nursery. Oh, Midnight looks sad. Give you some food? Oh! Midnight is very hungry. Apparently, when you don't play the game for a long time, the bird in the nursery, all of the time, all of the gauges go down. Pet? So this, I'm not sure as far as like the size of the dev team, but I do believe this was one that was listed on a list of POC developed games, which was pretty awesome. And honestly, I've known about this game for a while because of Alex the Honking Bird, because Alex is animated into this game. Alright, so this little bird has been fed and washed and is currently sleeping. Maybe their mood will improve. I need to... Hey, a bird came to visit. Do the profile. This bird's name is Grant. Grant loves giant robots and has his own podcast. Even though he's a busy guy, he always makes time for his friends and family. I don't know anything about him. I don't have any I haven't given him any treats or anything like that. The first time he's visited. I don't really remember how to play this game. Somewhere there's a thing that will let me buy up treats. Sure, a bath set. Not enough feathers. I don't have enough feathers for anything. Hats? Miscellaneous. Hi, Melva! Thank you for the 100 wee bird bits! Can I exchange the shiny feathers? I don't have 10 shiny feathers. I can't afford anything. All the birds are gonna be sad. I want to give you treats. I don't have any, though. Hats? Well, I could give you a party hat. There! Grant has a little tiny party hat on his head. This is all this game is. It's literally Tiny Bird Garden. Hey, we have another visitor. Came in to look at the pinwheel. Nanners. It's Nanners. Yes, he looks like a banana. He's heard that all his life. Nanners is a grumpy boy, but if you earn his trust, he's a super loyal friend to the end. So birds will continue to come as long as there are toys for them to play with and seed in the bird feeders. And the point is to try and befriend them. I'm ready for anything the world throws at me! Frida. This little lady is a fighter. It doesn't matter what the world throws at Frida. She will never give up and she will always follow her heart. Aww. Bird number 39. Who are you? Octava. They say Octava has read every book in the universe and is related to some of the best owls in gaming history. She won't confirm this, though. Don't have any more, toys. So these birds will stay until they're ready to go. I can't buy any more toys right now. Food is slowly improving as Midnight gets some sleep. Story. There's a story? Oh, just great. How could I misplace my camera like that? Hey you, tiny bird! Did you take it? Oh. Am I interrupting something? Just looking for my camera. Sat it down when I was looking at one of the tiny birds. Were you singing to it too? How did you know? A regular Snow White, huh? That's cute. I don't think I've seen you around here before. I'm looking for someone named Dr. Loretta. Oh, right. She's our resident biologist here at Tiny Bird Garden. Tiny Bird Garden? That's an odd name. It's cute, right? I suppose. What about you? Me? Yes, your name. Oh, it's Josie! Short for Josephine. Yes? Violet. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you, too! I take it you work here, right? Yes, I take pictures of the tiny birds. With your lost camera. Yes. Only, you know, it's not usually lost. I should hope so. Well, since I'm waiting around for the good doctor to show up, I may as well lend a hand. Oh! Well, you don't have to. I insist. They're a little mischievous sometimes, but they won't hurt you. Honest. That little friend was probably just saying hello. How peculiar. I don't think I've ever seen a bird like that before. Oh, tiny birds are special. They're not quite like other birds. What? How so? Well, no two tiny birds look the same. They're all different and special. That's ridiculous. That's not how birds work. Well, it's how tiny birds work. We've been cataloging them. All of them. See, check it out. Oh, would you look at that? Fascinating. These pictures are really good. Do you really think so? I do. Oh, look at that. Huh? Behind you. Oh, it's right there. Behind you. Your camera. Oh gosh, thank you. I feel so silly. It's no problem. Would you look at the time? She's always late. If I didn't know better, I'd say I've been stood up. I guess I'll just give the doctor a call and come back another day. Hi, Adventures of Tony! Oh, I can tell Loretta that you stopped by. Please, it would be appreciated. Or, please, it would be appreciated. Got the wrong voice there. It was nice meeting you, Josephine. It was nice to meet you too, Violet. Bye! Oh, Tony, I mean, you got this game for me too, and then I'm sorry that you can't play it on a Mac. This is our filler game because we finished Riven, and I had some time left, and I was trying to decide what to play, so I turned it on to just show it to people. It's cute. There's not a lot of like active gameplay that I have discovered so far. I don't know if that would be different if I did more story. Yes, save the picture. It's really just a tiny bird garden, and there's a story. It looks like 12 chapters. Yeah, it's just about attracting birds to your garden. And they just kind of sit there, and eventually they'll go away, and I can put out more birdseed and attract more. That's kind of this entire game. Which is fine. We still have about a half hour. I'm not going to do this for another half hour because this is it. And until their timers run down and these birds fly away, no new birds. And right now in the nursery, Midnight needs sleepies, so Wingspan would be a good filler. I think it was on the wheel, but you also said it's really short. So let me go ahead and print a title. Let me take a look, because I think I have Wingspan downloaded. And if we're looking at bird stuff, let's see. I can open it up and we can take a look. Let's hit play. Riven is almost like Raven, so it's an avian Monday! True. I need to... There, I think we have Wingspan. Another bird game! Okay, so there's an option to play. There's an option for online. Preserve archive. Birds! So this, if I'm not mistaken, this is a board game? Tutorial first, then we can play together. If I click play, tutorial. Click to learn to play Wingspan. Oh, a bird enthusiast! You're new to Wingspan? I'll show you around. I'm Robin, by the way. I'm a guardian of this wildlife preserve. As you've probably noticed, this place is all about birds, but also about winning. To win the game, you have to get the most victory points, which are feathers, apparently. One way to do that is by playing birds. Before we start, you should get familiar with the structure of the game. This is the Start Your Turn pop-up. Oh, this? Wingspan is played over 4 rounds. Right now, it's your first turn of the first round. In the first round, you take 8 turns. Each turn is marked by a blue action cube. In each round, you have 1 fewer cube, and so 1 fewer turns to take. On the right side of the screen, you can see how many cube turns you have left this round. Those are end of the round goal tiles, but don't worry about them right now. Now I will show you what you can do each turn. Click anywhere to continue. First, you need to know how to navigate the habitats of your preserve. Look at the left side of the screen, those are the habitats. We are in the forest now. Looks like it. In the forest, you can gain food for your birds. Now check out what you can do in grassland. Just click the grassland icon. Oh, hi! In grassland, you can lay eggs. Eggs are useful for playing birds. You also score 1 victory point for each egg you have left in your preserve at the end of the game. Now check out Wetland. This is where you draw more bird cards. For now, you have some cards in your player setup. Now let me show you the most important part of this game. Birds. These are the birds in your hand. Carolina chickadee, blue jay, bald eagle. Look closely at the structure of the Carolina chickadee card. Okay, what do you want me to see? Here you have habitat symbols, which show you where the bird can be played. Carolina chickadee, for example, can only be played in forests. Here is the Carolina chickadee's food cost. Worm/seed means that in order to play a Carolina chickadee, you need to spend either a seed or an invertebrate. The number next to that feather symbol is the bird's point value. Having this bird in your preserve gives you this many points at the end of the game. Here is the Carolina chickadee's nest icon. There are 5 types of nests. The Carolina chickadee has a nest, or a cavity nest. The other nest types are platform, ground, bowl, and wild. Nests are used by some birds' powers, bonus cards, and in the end of round goals. I'll explain in detail later how these are used. Wild nests can be powerful because they can match with any other nest type, Try to remember that. Here's the bird's wingspan. They said the name of the game. Wingspan is used by some birds' powers and bonus cards. You'll notice when you need them. Here's the most important thing, the bird's special power. As you play the game, you'll see that birds have a wide variety of powers. There are 3 types of powers: when activated, when played, and once between turns. The Carolina chickadee has a when activated power. I'll explain all 3 types during our playthrough. Finally, at the bottom of the card, you have egg slots. This is where you lay eggs. Each bird has a limited capacity for holding eggs. Now I'll teach you to play a bird. Go to the forest so you can gain food for the Carolina chickadee. First, you need to gain food for your bird. The panel on the right shows how much food you have. Currently, you have no food. To play the Carolina chickadee, you need invertebrate or seed. Look at the bird feeder here. I think it's behind me. The dice show which food is currently available. Inside the bird feeder are invertebrate, seed, seed, berries. The leftmost exposed slot shows you how much food you can take. For now, you can take only 1. In order to gain food, you need to activate this habitat. The leftmost exposed slot, this thing, will activate a habitat. Click on it. You remember the blue cube? Blue cube will appear to mark your first turn. This marks the activated slot. It moved from your action panel to mark the leftmost exposed slot in forest. On the left, the forest icon reminds you that you activated the gain food action. To choose what you want, click on the die you need. Click seed in the bottom panel. But I thought it was invertebrate or seed that I wanted. By clicking the green arrow, you will confirm your action. And you see the no redo button? Yes. It means that the action you're about to do can't be undone. Anytime you see that, think twice before you act. When you click on go back, your blue block will go away. We'll go back to the turns panel. Gotcha. You need seeds to play the Carolina chickadee. Please confirm your choice by clicking the green arrow. Yeah, it seems... it's like any board game rules. They're always complicated at first. This was your first turn of Wingspan. Let's start the second one. Your blue cube from the first turn flew to the left and marked that you took the gain food action. Okay. Yep, I see. Now you have enough food to play the Carolina chickadee. Remember that the Carolina chickadee's food cost says that it needs 1 invertebrate or 1 seed. To play a bird, you need to cover its food cost, which means you need to pay for it. Play the Carolina chickadee by clicking on it. Blue cube has moved beneath the picture of your Carolina chickadee now, again marking your turn. On the left, the wind icon reminds you that you chose play a bird action. Look at this panel. This is the cost of the bird you want to play, the same one printed on the card, yes. And this is the suggested payment. If you had more food, you could change the type of food spent to play this card, but we won't do this for now. Clicking forward confirms your action. Remember that you can't go back. Click forward. We have fed the Carolina chickadee. Let us start the next turn. Your blue cube from the second turn flew to the left and marked that you took the play a bird action. When you play a card in a normal game, it whistles, and in the game settings, you can choose to hear a description of the bird. Nice. Blue jay is the next bird you'll want to play, but before you can do that, you'll need to collect food to pay for it. Look at the blue jay's food cost. It's got a dial. You can cover the Trivial Pursuit wedges in food cost with any food item. The plus means you need to spend seed and any food you choose. Look again at the bird feeder. Inside it are seed, invertebrate/seed, berries, and berries. Do you remember how to gain food? The leftmost exposed slot will activate a habitat. Blue will appear to mark your third turn. Because you've played the Carolina Chickadee, your gain food action improved. Click the exposed slot. Cube is in the second slot because the first slot is occupied by the Carolina Chickadee. You'll get 1, but you can get more. Activating the second slot in this habitat means that you can take 1 food from the bird feeder. And the symbol, whatever that is, in this slot means that if you want, you can discard 1 card from your hand for 1 more food. Yeah, it's a card. Play the blue jay, you need seed and any food item. Take the die with the invertebrate/seed symbol. Yes, okay. Trying to. Oh. You can choose whether to take invertebrate or seed. We need seed, so choose that option. Now click card to die to exchange 1 card from your hand for 1 more die. Click the bald eagle to exchange it for more. Exchange. Now you can take 1 more. Before you do that, look here. Those are the dice outside the bird feeder. There are 5 total. Each die that is taken out is marked here. While playing, you may encounter birds that use this information. Okay. Now take the seed and then confirm your action. Can you see that the blue cube moved to the Carolina Chickadee slot? Yes. Always moves left and activates all birds when activated power. So you activated the trees and gained food, but it's not the end of your turn. Since the cube is now on the Carolina Chickadee, it's time for it to activate this turn. When activated powers are the most common in the game. All birds with a when activated power give you an extra action each time you activate the habitat that bird inhabits. Whew. All of your bird powers are optional. This means that you don't have to activate them if you don't want to. We won't skip this power, however, I'll show you how it works. Every time you gain food, the Carolina Chickadee gains 1 seed. Not taking from the bird feeder, it's just found it somewhere else. Click the check mark. I think I did it. Last turn, you cached food on the chickadees. Every cached food is worth 1 victory point. The amount of food a bird has cached is marked on the bird card here. Quickly sum up what gives you victory points. 1 for played birds, 1 for laid eggs, 1 for cached food. Remember how I told you that you need eggs to play birds? You spend eggs to play birds, starting from the second slot. Slots, see the egg symbol on top of them. They indicate how many eggs you need to spend in order to play a bird in this slot. Cost is in addition to the bird's food cost. So if you want to play the blue jay, you need an egg. Go to grasslands. In grasslands, you'll get eggs to lay on the birds of your choice. Leftmost slot will activate a habitat. Click on it. Now you have to choose where you want to lay your eggs. When When you perform any of the actions, playing a bird, etc., you can switch between habitats. You need to find birds to lay eggs on, so go back to the forest. See that icon on the panel shows grassland. It means that you activated the laying eggs action in the grassland. For now, there's only one bird you can lay an egg on, the Carolina chickadee. Lay 2 eggs. How do I do? Click on the bird. Done. Now you have everything you need to play the Blue Jay. Click the Blue Jay card and confirm the food payment visible on the panel. Okay, you want to play a bird on the second slot, so you need to pay an egg. This panel shows that you need to find and select a bird with laid egg. Select the Carolina chickadee's egg by clicking on it. And confirm. Alright. They are really cute animations on the card. Nice! You have 2 birds played now, and so your gain food action has become even stronger. If you now take dice from the bird feeder when you activate, you can now take dice from the bird feeder when you activate this habitat. To attract more birds, you need more cards. To draw cards, go to water. Here you can draw more cards. The leftmost slot activates. Go ahead and activate it. Anytime you draw a card, you can choose whether you want to draw one of the visible face up or a face down. Can't undo. But now, for the sake of learning, I will ask you to draw this killdeer. Draw the killdeer by clicking on it and confirming your action. You remember how to gain food, right? Meet me in forest to gain food for your killdeer. As you've played 2 birds in this habitat, you can now gain 2 dice. You need seed or invertebrates to play the killdeer. The leftmost exposed slot will activate. Alright. Can you see? There are 2 birds with brown powers to the left of the thing. I can see there are 2 birds. Don't see that they have brown powers, but okay. Means you'll do 3 activations in this turn, gain food, activate the Blue Jay's power, and activate the chickadee's power. That makes sense. After you gain food, you will go to the Blue Jay and activate it. After that, the Carolina chickadee will be activated. Yeah, I see where the color is here. Whew. And all of this using only 1 blue cube. But the food you need isn't in the bird feeder. Don't worry, right now you can reset the bird feeder. Resetting means taking all the dice inside and outside of the bird feeder and re-rolling them. You can re-roll anytime dice in the bird feeder show the same face. You can reset the bird feeder by clicking bird feeder, but remember, you can't undo this action. Great! Remember that when there's only 1 die in the bird feeder, you can also re-roll all of them. When all of the dice are taken out of the bird feeder, they will be re-rolled automatically at the end of the turn. Now please take invertebrate and berry, and accept your choice. The Blue Jay's power is similar to the Carolina chickadee's. It can cache food. But the Blue Jay's power lets you choose between caching seed or taking it for yourself. And unlike the Carolina chickadee, the Blue Jay takes the seed directly from the bird feeder. So when there's no seed in the bird feeder, you can't use this bird's power. Fortunately, there's plenty of seed inside the bird feeder. Here, you can choose the die you want to take in order to cache or take seed for yourself. You can also skip this bird's activation. For now, take the seed, it will come in handy later. Yes, okay, got it. Gain 1 from the supply and cash it on this card. Alright, now you can activate the chickadee's power, or choose to skip it this time. Yes? I don't know if I did. Look, it's your last turn this round! Before you finish, however, let me show you your opponent. This is your opponent. And this is you. We look like Jester. You can take a look at their habitats. To take a peek at the opponent's habitats, you need to click on their portrait. Click on the opponent's portrait. This guy has a predator. It's a barred owl. This barred owl will hunt each time your opponent activates this bird. If it succeeds, the bird card will be tucked under this predator. Every tucked card is worth 1 victory point. Later, we'll try to use this power for our benefit. Alright, let's go back to your preserve and finish the first round. To go back, just click your portrait. Now, we have enough food to play our killdeer. Look at the habitats that the killdeer can be played in. Grassland and water. You can choose between grassland or water. For now, I would like you to play the killdeer in water. Yep. Remember how you played before. Click the killdeer. Confirm the food costs. Got it. Apparently, that was the first round. End of round goals. A bird in forest was okay. Each round has a randomly chosen task you can fulfill to gain extra victory points. If you don't meet any of the requirements at all, you get 0 victory points. You and your opponent tie. The points for those places are divided by the number of players and rounded down. To learn what each end of round goal means, hover your cursor over a tile, then click to confirm the start the second round. Total number of birds with the specific nest type that have at least 1 egg. Each bird counts just once, regardless of how many eggs it has. Star nests don't count towards this goal. Alright. Summarize what you've learned so far. You took 8 turns in the first round. You know how to play birds, gain food, lay eggs, and draw cards. You know that you can score victory points by playing birds, laying eggs, caching food, tucking cards, and end of round goals. You also know that you have an opponent. Now I can show you more advanced stuff in the second round. More advanced. First turn in the second round. Remember that the second round has 7 turns. Close this screen. I want to show you something important about drawing cards, but to do that you need more eggs. Go. Play. Find a bird. Done. Go to water and draw some cards. Oh, the cards in water have changed! After each round, all the face-up cards will be replaced by new ones. Remember, if you want a specific card and the round is coming to an end, you'll lose the opportunity to draw what you wanted in the next round. As you have a killdeer that covered the first slot, you can activate water and use the egg card exchange from the second slot. Make use of this exchange. Yes. Egg for card. Now switch between habitats and find a bird with eggs laid on it. You can spend it to draw 1 additional card. Okay. Now choose 2 face-up cards and accept your decision. Any? Does it matter? Let's go for the snowy aigrette, because it's a snowy aigrette. And a Bell's Vireo. Yeah. Activate the Killdeer. Discard 1 egg to draw 2 cards. Activate Killdeer. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Take the last face up. Yep. Uh-huh. If you draw a face down card, you won't be able to undo it. Draw 1 and accept your decision. Black Vulture. Okay. I've played a bird. Morning dove in my forest. Leftmost exposed slot. Activate a habitat. Take the bugs. Because there's only one. You can reroll. Didn't turn out well. No bugs. But there's a way. Whenever you play a bird, you can spend any 2 food items as if they were one of another food item. Okay, what? Now take seeds. Yes. Okay. You like the Black Vulture because it doesn't have a food cost? I need eggs. You don't have birds in grassland and the first slot is empty. That means you don't have to pay an extra egg to play a bird, so go to grassland to play it. Play the bells. No, the bells. You. Notice the exclamation point next to your food payment. It means that the food you have doesn't match the bird's food cost. But you can still confirm this payment because of the exchange rule, which I'm extremely confused by. But okay. I'm sure I'll get it in time. These are bonus cards. You can keep one of them, but you have to discard the other. You'll gain more victory points at the end of the game if you fulfill the requirements specified on the bonus cards. No punishment for failing to do it. Look at the nest box builder. This is where nests come in handy. To have a better view of your cards while choosing, you can hide this interface. Just click the arrow at the bottom of the screen. Move the other habitats to decide which is better for you. Go to the forest. Click on the arrow to display. Play the Black Vulture in forest later, so I would advise taking the Forester bonus card. Alright. Got it. We are approaching the end of stream, y'all. Just gonna pop this open here. I think gonna switch over to just chatting. Tony, this looks really good. The tutorial is taking a little bit longer than the time that I have remaining. But next time I have an open spot to fill on stream, I will revisit Wingspan and we'll take a look at it again. The wheel spoke and we are playing The Room starting next week. So more puzzling. So I will start The Room next week. I will remove this from the wheel. It'll just be a filler game that we'll play when we have time. Because it's got really cute bird animations. But we are going to be raiding over 2 queue times. They are live now. Tonight is Clear Skies. We will be on the ship with Exio and Ambassador Olan Majanil. and 3 guest characters. So that'll be pretty awesome. So thank you everybody for coming by tonight. Thank you so much for helping me to finish Riven. And thank you for the resubscriptions. 8 months. We're hitting 8 months now, people. And the new follow from Zork Player 1, as well as all of the bits that were thrown. I absolutely appreciate all of the support. Hopefully soon we can go off of the follower only once the bots die down a little bit. But I will be live next on Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time for Archival Adventures. We'll be continuing with the folk medicine stuff that I've been looking at for the last 2 weeks. I'll be gaming again at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday with a continuation of Ultima 4. So come back and join that. Next Monday at 7 p.m. I will be live to begin our playthrough of The Room, which I don't remember how long it took me the first time I played it. Only a couple of hours. It felt really short. But, yeah, we put it on there because Tony suggested we play this series. Anyway, we're going to raid over now. I will see you all later. Bye. Do some shenanigans.